Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about everything we know about the Season 8 premiere, supported with trailers, teasers, and even a few actual leaked shots from Episode 1 that was leaked by Caris Van Houten, an actress who plays Melisandre. A week ago, the stars of Game of Thrones descended on Radio City Music Hall in New York City to watch the Season 8 premiere. Reporters and critics from several outlets were there as well, and have already given their thoughts on the episode. According to IndieWire, the disembodied voices of Sophie Turner, Sansa Stark and Maisie Williams, Arya Stark could be heard before the show started, warning the audience members about the spoilers. No photos, no videos, no posting spoilers on social media. However, there are a few people who filmed some moments from Season 8 premiere, and among them is Caris Van Houten, who filmed 15 seconds of the intro's new look and posted it on her Instagram story, revealing that the final season of Game of Thrones has a shiny new intro. First, take a look at how the wall has changed, with that massive hole at Eastwatch. This is obviously a reference to the scene at the end of Season 7, when the Night King destroyed portion of the wall by using the undead dragon Viserion. The ice floor that spreads out from the wall representing the Night King and his army who bring the storm and winter goes to Lost Heart, the seat of House Umber. As we all know, if we see a location on the map in the intro, it means that we'll visit in the episode. What it means is that the Night King and his army of the dead will attack Lost Heart, just as Jon Snow stated they would in the Season 7 premiere, if the wall falls. With this attack, the Night King starts his conquest over Westeros. Lost Heart will fall, and Umber along with it most likely. There's this one shot from the official trailer in which we see Ed, Beric and Tormund and are most likely there at Lost Heart, but after the Night King already attacked the place. Just as I explained in the trailer breakdown, Beric and Tormund went straight to Castle Black after the destruction of the Eastwatch and reunited with Ed, the acting Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, gathered as many men as they could and marched south. I said that this must be them arriving at either Lost Heart, Castle of House Umber or Carhold, Castle of House Karstark, both of which will probably be destroyed by the Night King, but since the Season 8 premiere visits Lost Heart, I am now quite certain that's the place the Night King will attack first, and that's the place where we see these three in the trailer, on its aftermath. They basically arrive to see nothing. There are no dead nor alive. Everyone who was defending it is now a part of the Army of the Dead. This was not the only clip from the opening that made it onto the internet. Another fan filmed a short shot from the intro trip to King's Landing. This clip doesn't cover as much territory as the first one, but there are still many things that are different than usual. Instead of just gliding over the Red Keep, the new opening credits take us inside where we see Dragon's Skull that we have seen in Season 7. The only thing we can get from this part is that it's changed. Before I get right into puzzling how the first episode of the final season will look based on everything we have, teasers, trailers and official spoilers, here are some other highlights posted by people who attended the exclusive premiere. They claim that there are plenty of witty one-liners peppered through the episode. Somehow, probably thanks to Bran, Dany learns Viserion was raised by the Night King, who then used the dragon to break the wall, which actually puzzled out how and when it happens, thanks to the new teasers. Dany will also have to deal with Jon's snide, sniffy sisters, and the Northerners and Winterfell, but it will not stop her and Jon from canoodling in public. The secret of Jon's parentage will not be a secret for very long. All these statements are very interesting and much revealing, to be honest. Some other highlights include statements like there's no filler in the premiere, the pace is near relentless. Episode 801 could be the funniest episode in the history of Thrones. A lot of characters appear in the premiere, but not everyone gets lines. And then this, for readers of a betting disposition, Varys has to be high on the death list now, closely followed by Missandei, Grey Worm Podrick and Whisperate Tyrion. Pretty interesting stuff that pretty much confirm many main events, such as the truth behind Jon's true parentage being revealed to him, and possibly to others as well in the Season 8 premiere. Now that I brought you the new Season 8 intro and highlights shared by reporters and critics from several outlets who got to watch the premiere early, let's continue this video with the opening scene. So after we see a new intro, the episode starts with the arrival of Jon Snow and Dany at Winterfell. At the end of Season 7, Dany and Jon are sailing towards White Harbor, the main seaport of the North with the Unsullied. Once they arrive over there, they'll meet Dothraki on the King's Road, and then ride together to Winterfell. Most of this will probably take place off screen, and we'll only see them approaching and entering Winterfell, and the trailer provided that shot. This right here is one of the opening scenes of Season 8, with Jon and Dany passing through Wintertown and arriving at Winterfell. Besides Jon, Dany and her armies, of course dragons arrive as well, and Sansa seems to be just as impressed as Arya is. We have already known for quite some time that Jon and Dany will arrive at Winterfell in the very first episode of the final season, in a callback to the series' very first episode of the first season, with Dany and her camp standing in for King Robert and his. So Dany arrives at Winterfell with Jon and their crews. Jon then introduces her to his family, and what follows is a tense meeting between Dany and Sansa, which we first found out from the first official Season 8 teaser posted by Entertainment Weekly. They posted an entire Season 8 cover story online, which includes a detailed description of the opening scene. There it says that Sansa is said not to be thrilled that Jon bent a knee to his new fancy Targaryen girlfriend, at least not at first, and we saw what they meant by that when Game of Thrones released a short clip of that very meeting. Sansa does say Winterfell is yours, Your Grace, the same line her father said to King Robert when he arrived at Winterfell, but by Sansa's face expression we can see that she doesn't like any of that. Dany is not heading north to conquer the north, but rather to save it, and that's something the Northern Lords will see for themselves, and recognize her as true ally eventually. Emilia Clarke discusses how Dany feels when she arrives at the Stark's home. I like to think that it's like me, the parents. It's like I hope they like me. This dude's wicked. It's a real good thing we got going on. He's the final piece. We're destined for greatness, and world domination is a breath away. And so I need to be like, can I braid your hair, Sansa? Lil Arya, come over here. Let's play some cricket. So there's that, and then very quickly it's like, wait, is it just me or do they hate me? However, this will not be Dany's only tense first meeting, as beside the Lady of Winterfell she's also going to meet Jon Snow's best friend Samwell Tarly, whose father and brother she burned alive during this past season. Many argue Sam will not care about it, and truth be told he probably will not mourn much about his father, but he might care about his brother. Hopefully Samwell understands that Dany did not have a choice. Even after his family helped the Lannisters destroy Dany's most powerful ally Olenna Tyrell, Dany still gave them a chance to bend the knee, which they refused. Dany did not have a choice. So yes, there will be some tension between Dany and Sansa, as well as between Dany and Sam until they see for themselves who Dany truly is, and what her true intentions are. Beside all that tension, Winterfell will also host quite a huge amount of reunions, starting with Jon Snow and his family and friends. Jon will reunite with Sansa, Bran and Sam, and his direwolf ghost early on in the episode, and a bit later with Arya as well. Arya will not be with Sansa and Bran in the courtyard of Winterfell when Jon and Dany arrive to greet Jon and Dany. Arya seems to be at Wintertown at the moment of Jaqen's arrival. New footage provided this clip of Jon and Arya being in the Godswood of Winterfell. Arya and Jon have not seen each other since Season 1, but they had very close sibling relationship, and they just missed each other in Season 7. And now in Season 8 they will finally reunite. It's going to be heartbreaking. Speaking of Arya, there will most likely be no intense moments between her and Dany. In fact, I think that Dany and Arya will get along very well, considering how both of them admire and respect strong and powerful women. Also, since Arya is passionate about Targaryen history and Aegon dragon riding sister wives as seen in Season 2, with Visenya Targaryen being her heroine, we can imagine she's predisposed to like and be fascinated by Dany and her dragons in Season 8, which this clip seems to be suggesting. Everyone is in fear of such beasts flying above them, but Arya Stark is happy to finally see one. After greeting Jon's family, Dany will likely receive shocking news about her dragon Viserion. In this shot we have Dany at the courtyard of Winterfell, which is from the Season 8 premiere, and we know it's her meeting all the Starks. Since Dany is in the ground level of Winterfell courtyard and looking down and she's a little upset, she's likely listening to Bran in his wheelchair who is telling her about the Wall, the Night King and Viserion. Bran basically shares the news that the Night King used the dragon to bring the Wall down, and it will not be long until they're here. As we all know, Dany knew she lost the dragon, but she did not know the Night King reanimated him, and will basically fight Dany in the future, so this is definitely coming as a huge shock to the Dragon Queen. What follows next is an urgent meeting at Winterfell, with majority of the Northern Lords and their North allies at the Great Hall, in order to discuss their strategy and defenses against the Night King. Almost all of the main characters will be there, which we've got to see from the first Season 8 photos. We got to see Davos, Sansa, Dany and Brienne, but make no mistake, almost all main characters of the series will be there as well, most likely including Jaime. Davos listens carefully as he sits with a winter-ready and solid soldier behind him. Judging by the look of Davos, he might even be looking at Lady Melisandre returning to Winterfell, which is only a matter of time until she does. That's just a possibility, although Davos could also be looking at basically anyone. Brienne's look also seems intense, and when you look deeper into it, it also seems as if she's afraid of the person she loves. Could she be looking at Jaime Lannister? Has he already arrived at Winterfell? The last time we saw Jaime, he finally left Cersei, and he was wearing this same armor on his way out of Winterfell. Now he also has a beard, and a northern armored shoulder pads. He either put those for disguise or combat, or it could even possibly mean that by this time he's already pledged to House Stark, and those shoulder pads that look exactly like Robb's are given to him by the Starks. Okay guys, this will be about the first half of all the things we know about the Season 8 premiere based on teasers, trailers and official spoilers, while the other half is currently in the process and will be published as soon as possible, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.